Yo, shout out to the Most High. It's always a high see when we went on Lord. Say this, L-Deez, also known Lawrence One for another episode. I need to know my special guest. Introduce yourself.
The one and only MacReem.
Big Twine.
What's happening, y'all?
What's up, baby?
Y'all came on time?
Hey, man, you already know. Prompt.
For sure.
That's how you gotta be. You gotta be on time, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to ask the obvious question first, and I'm gonna go this way down on down.
All right.
How'd you get your name?
To be honest, they used to call me Crazy Corn at first. But then, like I said, seventh and probably about, I say ninth grade. Probably about ninth grade when I got to Mac. You know, I got a lot of female cousins and shit like that. So, they, you know, I hung with them, you feel me? So a lot of their friends used to hang with me, so they just started calling me MacReem because I used to just try to holler at all, you know, all my sisters and cousin friends, man. That's what it was. So they started calling me MacReem.
Okay, MacReem.
Yes, sir.
I gotta ask you this: was that your first rap name?
No, Crazy Corn.
Okay, gotcha.
Crazy Corn was my, you know, like I said in high school, I was into a lot of things. I tested the waters early. You feel me? With all type of experimental stuff, you know, drugs or whatever. Just you know, testing the water. So I dibbled and dabbled in a lot of stuff, and they used to call me Crazy Corn. Like so. That was something that was.
Will you appear to be functioning today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Big Twine, you know what I'm saying? How'd you get your rap name?
It was obvious. I'm big. And my name Twine. But you know, at first, when me and my brother when we first started out, we was rapping. We was the Rolling Hard. You know what I mean? So I was MC Twine and Gary G, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to my brother, you know what I mean? But, you know, so along the way, I got taller and bigger, so they just went with Big Twine.
Gotcha.
And everybody was calling me Big Twine, so I left it as it is.
So, Big Twine, I got to ask you a question. Where are you actually from in Oakland?
I'm from Cypress Village, West Oakland, you know, 10th Street, you know, all over that thing, you know, Mandela. How there when the freeway fell, you know, we was trying to save people, you know what I mean?
Okay, so talk about that a little bit. Expand on that.
Well, you know, basically it's like every other hood, you know what I mean? We mostly played basketball, you know what I mean? Run around, and after basketball we drank 40s, you know, we was as for the guys that I was around, we wasn't into the street thing, we was into trying to uplift and bring the kids along, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, them going that other route. They eventually went that other route because, you know, like, we didn't show them enough to take the route we took. And then, you know, it was just, it's just like every other hood. It's wild. It's any given moment, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, speaking of any given moment, not knowing what's going to happen, October 17th was the day because that was my birthday. Shout out to Shady Nate. He got the same birthday as me. And shout out to him and him. He has the same birthday. But the Loma Prieta, the earthquake, talk about that day. Talk about that day real quick.
Well, actually, I was at basketball practice at McClimers, you know, and we waiting for practice. So it's like, we just, like a regular normal day. It was hot as hell. You know what I mean? But it was, we didn't know that thing was going to hit, man. I saw hella shit that happened when it started rocking. Like, I seen a lady, she was driving through the parking lot, and that thing started rocking, and she just hopped out the window, man. Let the car roll and everything.
Damn.
So it was wild. It was, and it went for a minute. Yeah. But then I heard the loud boom, you know what I mean? And then everybody, you know, coach canceled practice, and we just heard the thing about the freeway falling. So we went over there. Naturally, we saw that people screaming, and you know, it was crazy. So, you know, like, we trying to hop up there, trying to see if we can grab some people out of there, you know, and it was a lot of people at first screaming, and then it just turned out to be getting less and less, man.
And how long did that last?
That was a good hour and a half of just trying to get them out of there.
Yeah.
And you know, like, we we giving cabooses, trying to get people up there, to get people out of there. It was wild, man. I never forget that. Besides my brother getting killed, that was one of the things that I wish I never saw.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sick.
And Reem, where exactly are you from?
You know, okay, I'm from West Oakland, but originally I grew up on Linden Street, but I did most of my, like I said, playing in 2-4. I played in 2-4, Acorn, 18th, but pretty much when I started, like, really got into, when my life changed and I jumped, tried to get into the street life.
Yeah.
It was on 18th and Myrtles where I busted my first knock right in front of Miss Burgess' house. So, if anything, I'm from 18th, you know what I'm saying? That's when
Yeah.
But originally, my family grew up in 2-4, 2-4 projects, 2320 Chestnut Apartment A. I grew up, with my grandmama down there. So, I did a lot of playing there, but then I had, bros and family members that stayed in Acorn, and I go down there when the Acorn had the gates. It wasn't no like it is now. Yeah. Oh, the real, I call that the real Acorn. New Acorn is different. Yeah. But, it's still the same, kind of like the same people, but some families, moved on. Some families got out the hood. And some passed away, but it's still the same. Like I said, West Oakland, I stayed on 32nd and Market too. I didn't, everywhere there was a Section 8 complex, even in Cypress, wherever there was a Section 8 complex, I stayed in it. You could believe that, Jack.
You know what?
Yes, sir. I like that.
hey, but check this out, though. Check this out. So I was going to ask you this. How was it growing up in West Oakland? Talk about some of your memories.
Some of my memories. Oh man, see, I'm conflicted right now with Oakland. I love Oakland to death, but I hate Oakland right now. You know, and I hate to use the word hate because I don't hate nothing. Okay. But for right now, with what's going on in the town, I hate the town because we better than that. Like, and I know that because we grew up in an era where it was love, it was structure. Like what's going on right now. It can be cleared up with a little bit of conversation, just a little bit of conversation. And plus, one thing I loved about Oakland, I loved about Oakland was there was a system to where it was disciplined. Mm-hmm. Now the kids, there's no discipline in the house. There has been no discipline. They took the discipline away from the parent and gave it to the child. You used to get your ass whipped when you messed up, and that's what kept most of us alive or out of jail. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? But now the parent, it doesn't have no say so. You look at your kid or you yell at your kid get on the phone and call these people. These people coming to your house, they trying to take the kid from you. So, but growing up in West Oakland, like I said, there was a lot of love. I'm glad that I can go anywhere. I don't have no problem with nobody. Yeah, so that's one thing I can honestly say. I can go to any hood in West Oakland, East Oakland, anywhere. I don't have no problem with people because I don't present myself to be a problem to people. Like business is like when you do business, and people like business and friendship and kindnesship, all those things can be twisted, can get twisted if you don't do the business first. People, when you have conversations with people, you need to know what their intentions is off top. Yeah. And if you can't figure what the intentions is off top, then don't do it yet. Yeah. Don't conduct business, minimum conversation, whatever, if you don't know what the intention is. A lot of times, as people now, me too, I'm included, I see people, and sometimes we don't speak or acknowledge each other enough to find out what's going on, or even give a care to even ask, bro, well, you all right, you doing good, man? Yeah. How can I assist, or what can I do to help? Because 9 times out of 10, you get gratification out of helping people. By you helping somebody, that gratification rolls off into you. You have something inside of you like the sun, your soul. And when you start doing things that build it up, it changes the outlook, or it changes the course of the universe for you. So a lot of stuff, I stay away from people. I keep my energy up. I try to stay prayed up, meditated up, and all that. So, you know, that's the only thing I can say about it. But like I said, growing up in West Oakland, man, we just need structure back in it. We need some of the big wigs or some of the, or some of the people that they do look up to need to get in their ear, because what's going on right now is us as being parents need to get back on the front line like our parents was, and really, be diligent, be active about it instead of being, quick to rush into some bullshit.
Okay, so here's a question for both of y'all. Y'all both grew up in Oakland all y'all life. What is the biggest difference between West Oakland, East Oakland, and North Oakland? I'll start with you, Twan.
Well, I mean, it is different kind of ways about each side of the O. You know what I mean? Like East Oakland is different from West Oakland. West Oakland, we all got our own little ways. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not like West. They basically what they say about the West is like it's small. We the smallest one, but we more together. We more together in most aspects. You know what I mean? But like in the East, they're the same way, but they have their own ways. They have like it's so big. It's like that's the biggest part of Oakland. So it's like it's a lot of stuff going on, man, and we'll know. Like in the West, if that things was going on like that, we'll know. Like everybody will know. Like from the bottoms all the way to Ghost Town.
Yeah.
That's how small West Oakland is.
Mm-hmm.
But we like West Oakland, we pack a punch too.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't trying to punch nobody, but we'll pack one if we need to.
Okay.
But we know what I mean, we love East Oakland, we love North Oakland.
Yeah.
And like most of the old heads, we all in the same line now. Mm-hmm. Like it ain't no East Oakland against West Oakland. All that stuff is for the youngsters now. But once upon a time, we was young, so like we couldn't break that cycle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. As for helping the youngsters understand that it don't mean nothing. Like it's a lot of old heads, man, that was up in the game, and you see them now, and they like,
yeah,
they done for it, bro. Like they went through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and for us to still be looking good at our age,
that's success.
That's a blessing in itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a lot of cats our age looking, they don't look. They looking 70, 80 years old, bro. Life done kicked their ass.
Yeah. They kicked they what?
Ass.
No. It kissed them in the face. It kicked they what? You hear that, brothers and sisters? It kicked they ass. It kicked their ass.
But I'm just saying it because, you know what I'm saying, like, that's the path that our youngsters is about to go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's starting earlier than it happened for us. Like they are really.
But this is the era of
they on drugs.
But
bro.
this is the era of abundance. They got everything, Twan. Just think about this though.
Hit the mic.
Just think about this. They got. This is the era of everything, bro. They got everything. Now listen, we are older than ranch dressing. You know that? It used to be sour cream and onion. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we watched the computer evolve to what we got right now. We was actually able to live and see a black president.
That's right.
Like our era, we got a chance to see. We are the era that got a chance to see everything and experience a lot of stuff, right?
They appeased us with Obama though.
Yeah, well, okay, put it like this.
That's another story.
That's another story. Okay, we'll get into that later. But like I said, but we was able to experience though, just to feel like, okay, I don't care if they just put him in there or not. When he won, just for me to see a black president in the White House, man, I didn't care about nothing else. I seen the shit that my grandmama and them talked about. They didn't get a chance to see it, but they experienced the ancestors. The energy never leaves. Nobody can go until the last one's gone. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So they with us. But at the same time, they didn't get a chance to actually see it through these lenses that we seeing them through. But back to the question about the what's the difference between Oakland and East Oakland, North Oakland? It's just structure.
You gotta elaborate on that.
Okay, the reason I say it's just structure.
Hey, you know what? Shout out somebody in Austria or Australia said that this their new favorite, you know what I'm saying, podcast. Okay. So if I'm asking y'all questions, it's not really from me to you. Yeah, it's from us to them.
I got you.
Hey, and guess what?
I like that. I got you. Copy. So this is what it is. it's pretty much how structure was, and I think it's in each one. Like I said, it's the people who was in power at the times when I was growing up. It wasn't. They used to meet at these round tables. You know what I mean? The big wigs, like like they used to, no matter what, they go to the little gambling shacks, the little pool halls, but whatever, they met and they made sure they kept things in order. Now, the reason I'm saying that because, you know, I know I'm not gonna talk about nothing I don't know.
That's right.
So I know these things. So they used to meet. Okay, put it like this: say if you had something that was selling for $25 right here, and somebody wanted to sell it for $20 over here, it's not gonna work because we all agreed that this is gonna be what is gonna this thing that we're selling or
that's
whatever
right.
This is what it's gonna be sold at. So that's when a lot of the problems came in because like I say, you got family and you have some family in East Oakland that had, say for instance, you have family in East Oakland that used to have problems, right? Mm-hmm. East Oakland, this was the difference between East Oakland and West Oakland and North Oakland. A lot of people from East Oakland had family in West Oakland.
That's facts.
And they will come and get the cousin from West Oakland to handle things in East Oakland. That's where instead of it used to be, you know, West Oakland is warriors, just 100%. We used to always have this motto: take three or whatever to fight one West Oakland dude.
Okay,
that's how we used to think. That was the motto. That was the West Oakland. West Oakland was just being 100. That was the mentality of everybody you went to. If you went to any West Oakland high, junior high, elementary, whatever, that was the Warriors mentality. It was just warrior. So, by knowing that, I'm just saying, like, that was the conflict when we started when families start bringing other sides of other family members from other sides of from like I said, from East Oakland to West Oakland, from West Oakland to North, or had North Oakland, you know, however they interchanged it. That's when the problem came into problems. But one thing I can say about West Oakland used to be, if I had a problem with you and we had a problem, it wasn't I'm mad at you because he mad at you. Me and you gonna see each other. I'm gonna holler at you. If you had a big homie, I had a big homie, we meet at the parks. There's 3 parks you can meet at. And you got Lowell, you got DeFermi, you got Ramonda, you got Lafayette. You can even got the mini park across the street from Mac. So it was places to meet up if it was that serious. It wasn't about all this killing then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people, one thing about town people, I don't know what happened though. Town people used to be like Philly people. They love to box. Mm-hmm. You a fight. You win, you lose. You go home. You get lumped up. You come back. If I felt good, my knuckles and hands and I wasn't scraped up enough, we at it tomorrow. Yeah. And that's just what it was. That was the mentality of the town. But like I said, it's a lot of stuff that goes on right now, and the big wigs need to get back to doing what they. I'm just being 100. That's the only way it's gonna stop. We don't need no police. You don't need none of that. No government. We are the people. We are us. I can come to you. I don't fear not, and I'm just being 100. I can go anywhere on this earth as long as it's black people. I'm scared of white people. I don't know what they're going to do. They unpredictable to me. I'm just being 100. Okay. Now I feel more comfortable talking to black people because they me. But white people, I get a little scared of them. I'm not scared, but I'm just the unknown, a little leery because the unknown, and then the stories and how everything then played out. So it's just being me. I might get banned from, but I'm just speaking my mind, just being and just having a conversation with everybody. Gotcha. But it is what it is, and I don't fear. I don't think no black person should fear a black person. I could talk to you. You're gonna understand me. My body language, your body language, genetically together. Our system is genetically matched. So it ain't no way that you can't understand, even with an eye contact or anything. You know what I'm saying? They saying we the closest thing to being, back to our true forms of where we at. We are the closest things to it. So, I should be able to speak to you through telepathy. You gonna catch my vibe.
It sounds like you've been reading a bunch of books.
No, man, I'm gonna be quiet about. It's a lot of things. People have a certain image that they want you to see, and then it's people, and then you have you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like this music thing, I love doing this music, but more so, like I said, I grew up in an area where I seen it all. We all grew up in these areas, and it's just time that right now through these times, these are the worst times to be black male in America, in this land. This is the worst time because
even over slavery,
right? Well,
even over slavery.
I don't know because what you mean? What's modern day slavery right now?
Yep.
You know what got us? You know what got us? You know what got us? You know what modern day slavery is right now? I'm telling you what the biggest slavery.
Prison.
No, fuck no.
Prison in the mind, man.
Man, the clout. Clout is the biggest. Is the biggest killer right now for everybody. Clout. Okay. Well, the reason why I'm saying that because even people in jail get phones. They won't have an Instagram. They want people to see them. It's clout.
Okay.
It's clout. It's the image that you want to portray instead of being the image that you are. Now, I'm cool as hell. I love laughing.
Hell ain't cool. Hey, come on, he said hell cool. He said it cool as hell. Hell ain't cool, boy.
We living in hell. We living in hell. Like we living in hell. But like Bob Marley said, we got to make heaven. We got to make heaven on earth. So and that's what you living in hell. Your hell is your mind. Your heaven is on earth. What you see, what you do, how you breathe, how you live. That's your heaven. Your happiness is your heaven. But this is hell too. So don't be confused. It's just like the yin and yang. The head to quarter, heads and tails. Yeah. It has to be this. It has to be this and that. It can't be no other way.
Yeah.
And everybody keeps saying this. We keep on saying
ways of the scale.
It got to be, but then you're gonna realize it has to be balanced.
Evil, you got some good.
Correct, but and
it all comes hand in hand.
Yeah, but
without it, you won't know what good was.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, why is everything okay? Good question. Why is everything that's so good for us is bad? And why it seems like everything that you have to fight for these goals that you want to get through, but you got to go through all these sacrifices and all this
because
to get there.
Because this is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. When you're a little kid, you associate good with nice. You associate bad with mean. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Kids need two things. They need to have fun and they need discipline.
Correct.
Adults are nothing but small children. So when a lot of adults get older and they never develop discipline, right? Then they think when it's actually time to handle business, that's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
So it's all about how you adapt discipline in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the biggest problems, like in the black family. No discipline and no structure.
Mainly is understanding.
I would go with that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the only way a child is going to know the difference is by showing them what it is. You could tell them anything, but until they understand it, they're not going to know they don't know what they're doing wrong or good.
True indeed.
Because it has to be both. It has to be reward.
That's
and
right.
Discipline.
That's right.
Because then when the reward is something, let them know that they're doing something good.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do both at the same time and you instill both of them in the child, then they'll know what right and wrong is.
Exactly.
Because it's about knowing. It's not about I'm gonna get a whooping if I don't do this. If I do
that's
this.
right. I like that. I like that because they got to know a reason why everything, and that's where the understanding is coming in.
The understanding of it.
So
that's what makes it more. That makes them that'll put you at ease as an adult, as a parent.
Yeah,
they know this, and if they still do it.
Yeah.
And then that's when that discipline gets stronger.
Yeah.
Because that's what they need.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what they're doing wrong until we give them the information of what they're doing wrong.
True indeed. I gotta ask you a question, right? When you was coming up, right, when you were young, were there a lot of fathers in the house?
Not at all. And you know, like I say, my mom, she did the best she could. As for, I mean, I don't know if she did it the right way, but
it was the best she could do.
She did what she could. Like, she actually sheltered us. She put us in the house. We couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
At all. Like, we looking out the window watching everybody play. And it ain't nothing that we did wrong. It's just what she saw. She saw what she didn't want us to get involved in.
Yeah.
But it backfired because we were so intrigued with going outside when it got to a point where she couldn't control that anymore. We was outside all the time. We got involved in a lot of stuff all the time that we didn't know about. You know, that's when my brother lost his life from.
Yeah.
He didn't know what he was getting into when we didn't know what he was getting into when we got out there, because we never was allowed to see it because we was in the house. We was sheltered. So it's a catch-22 with that situation.
Definitely.
She thought of it like she wanted to keep us safe and make sure we didn't go down the wrong route. But we don't know what the wrong route was. Mm-hmm. That's why I say that understanding is the key. Because we didn't understand when she couldn't control us, and we just, you know, them whoopings didn't hurt no more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We got to a point where when you grow up as a child, them whoopings don't hurt no more.
Yeah. Do you remember the last age that you was when you got a whooping?
Mom started whooping us. She started socking us.
Yeah.
Mom's bust my nose a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, didn't think we didn't. It wasn't the fact that we didn't have fear for Moms. Moms was a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it just didn't work anymore. It got to a point where it didn't work no more.
Yeah. So
now we just out and out. We don't come home. Shit. You know, it was weeks out and about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just getting into everything. And you know, that's why after my brother lost his life, I just never indulged in a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Like we was selling rocks. We was selling rocks in the 50 rock house for the D-folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and my brother lost his life from that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
How did you meet
like
D-folks?
To speak on it. We grew up together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I claim Cypress Village because that's where I became a man at. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But my upbringing was in Ghost Town, where I know all of them. I know D-folks. I know Holloway used to come to my mama's house.
Yeah, shout out to Holloway.
You know?
Yeah.
They used to come to my house, you know what I mean? I know all of them. Everybody from Ghost Town, you know, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up with them cats, you know what I mean? Brian Worthing, we used to play hoop all day.
Yeah, I was just going to be, he was raw. Superman.
But we used to shoot hoop all day.
Yeah.
That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? But we all grew up together. I was from 6 years old to like maybe 14, 15.
And you used to hoop like for Mac, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever get any letters?
Man, gang of them. I just didn't go to school.
Okay.
Brian Worthing, that's his fault. He the one kept Brian was the rawest cat in West Oakland.
I know he was.
But he never went to school at all. Because he was selling rocks then. Before D-folks. D-folks was in jail.
Yeah.
I don't like to tell that story.
Yeah. It's all good. So I was going to ask you this. When did your rap career start?
Well, me and my brother, we started rapping. We was doing that. We was with the group APG back in the days. Actually, Gangsters.
You know what? That's funny though.
That's my cousin.
Jake. I thought that was. Yeah. Is that your brother or your cousin?
That's my first cousin.
What is his J Cut? What is his name? Damn. J Cut. I know his first name. Jimmy. Shout out to J Cut. Yeah, Alan Blackwell. I'm from up there.
Yeah, we was just understudies of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like me and my brother, our first performance was at the Professor Griff concert.
What, at the Omni or something?
It was in the city.
Okay.
And that's when we was young. I think I was like 18. My brother was like 17, some shit like that. 16. I think I was 17. He might have been 15, 16. So you know, we like it was just crazy how like we opened up for APG, but it was like we was opening it up for Professor Griff at the same time. But you know, Paris was there. Remember the rapper Paris?
For sure.
Yeah. It was wild back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was fun. You know what I mean? And then we got into it with Davey D. Back. It was crazy, man.
Davey D who? The DJ?
Yeah.
The DJ.
Yeah, it was funny, man. we was little kids though, man. It was crazy.
So what?
But you know, they was grown. You feel me? Like,
For sure.
Like Mellow Martin, they was grown.
Yeah, shout out to Mellow Moore.
Yeah.
Shout out to Al Blackwell, all of them.
Yeah, rest in peace, Al Blackwell.
Yeah, I'm from 39th and more. I was on their second album.
And Spicy Mike. Spicy Mike passed too.
Spicy Mike. I don't remember who
Used to
that
be with Mellow Moore. He was in that part of that.
Gotcha. Remember Mac Ready Bo?
Yeah, Ready Bo Young.
Ready Bo was raw.
Ooh, he's still raw.
I know.
He's still raw. He just went viral on some shit.
He always go viral. Mac Ready Bo.
Ready Bo Young.
Hey, every time I see him on Instagram or going viral, you know what I be thinking?
What's that? I like that. Yes, sir. I like that.
So Twan, man, what is the first album that you put out called?
It was called Peep Gang.
Okay, talk about that a little bit.
Well, we did it in like a week because we was in there like every day. It was just it was like good 10 songs. It was, but you know, like people really took to that album. It did pretty good, and you know, we sold like 25,000-30,000 copies on the street. That's when copies like a album was, you get $8 back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like now it's like maybe $4 or something. But an album, you selling it out independent. You sell 20,000. That's 80,000. That's like $160,000, man.
No. What'd you say? That's like what?
That's like 160.
No. 5,000. It's like what?
Huh?
How much is it?
20,000 copies is 100. It was 160,000.
You heard what he said, brothers and sisters. 160,000.
Yeah.
What about that? How you feel about that? I like that.
So
Mac, fuck with that.
So MacReem,
Yes,
where
sir.
did your hip hop journey start off?
My first official project, I think I put that out in like I was doing music. Like, you know, just starting off doing a couple of little here's and there songs and stuff. My first actual project did a project, the Blue House Boys, my boy Ann Lamont, rest in peace Lamont, and Dangerous Dame. We was actually did something for they didn't use it, but they still gave us credit for Eddie Murphy movie Metro. They was out here filming and doing it in San Francisco.
Okay.
And we actually hooked up with Dangerous Dame, and he had a little plug on it or whatever. He knew some of the people that was doing the soundtrack, so we recorded a couple of songs. I don't know if they used it or whatever, but that was the first little project. But my first project was put out in I'd say 06, and it's called Respected. On that project, I had Eddie Projects, I had Scarface, I had this dude named Cartel. He go by Oct20 now. My homeboy, his daughter at the time, she was only 2 years old. My goddaughter, she in Paris, so I just got her on there doing the little thing just so she'd get credit on it right now.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? And so it was
you know what Whitney Houston said, the children are our future.
Yeah. So it was just something, you know, because at the time I was working with T-Rex Production, producer by the name of Jay Glaze. He was out of New York, I think. He did a lot of production. He did a lot of production for Corrupt, Cocaine, Inspector Deck. Actually, he just did some stuff for Young Money. His recent stuff was like for Young Money or something. So I worked with him and a couple of other cats freestyle. I mean, this battle rap artist named Math Hoffa.
Yeah, I know who that is.
So yeah, I had him on my project too. So.
Okay.
So
that sound like that. That sound like that would have been a nice album. Did you have everybody in the studio at one time?
Actually, I did. I did some recording out on the East Coast, and then I did some down in the bottom. They actually had a little studio in the bottom. Boy converted his basement into a studio. My boy Clay Wilder, C Wilder, you know, G Wilder nephew. That's who he was.
Okay.
Clay Wilder. So he had some stuff. So I was blessed to actually be. To be in a position I was at the time too. Still blessed. I'm still here.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed. So but at that time, like I said, it was a lot of stuff that was going good for me at the time. So I was actually, like I said, blessed to be around working with them to have my first project. But I started rapping when I was like 13, and to be honest with you, this dude right here, Big Twan, is the reason that I know how to rap because him and my other boy, rest in peace, Sheldon Peterson, Big Tune, my boy from Philadelphia. If without them, I wouldn't be rapping. Because, I mean, I wouldn't be rhyming. Put it like this, I wouldn't be rhyming because they said I was rapping, but you ain't rhyming. You ain't making no sense. So Twan showed me how to break it down and put my rhyming words, get your emphasis words, make your words rhyme. And my boy Sheldon, Big Tuna, he just showed me cadence, different cadence on how to, bro, you can say it like this, break this word down like this to compound word and all. So he
definitely.
So he gave me that part of it, and then I like to say my boy, as far as engineering, me getting behind the board and know how to do engineering, a little bit of engineering was taught by my boy Saif and Marcel Cotton, aka Crushadelic. Rest in peace, Crushadelic. He was a big part of West Oakland music history too. Mm-hmm. He was like him, Big Twan, Mac Mill. A lot of them artists was frontline artists. I say artists frontline because they was the only ones who was really repping West Oakland, pushing a West Oakland line back then as much. You know what I'm saying? Because it was hard for West Oakland rappers to get a look.
Even more so than North Oakland?
Nah, I can't. Maybe so. I don't know. About the same. I can say about the same because East Oakland, that's the stomping ground. That's
the crown jewel Oakland.
That's the crown jewel Oakland. So
East Oakland was it.
As far as music. Yeah, as far as putting out music and everything, that was the centerpiece. When you say you an artist from the Bay Area, you say Oakland, they don't know, they didn't know nothing about North Oakland or West Oakland. It's all East Oakland.
Cause I did a lot of shows with all the East Oakland cats, man, and it was so bad. I was the first one to. They always had me the first one to go on, man.
Yeah. That's good.
But I told that motherfucker, hell no.
You got to.
I told her that because my music was like it was real raunchy, man. You know what I mean? I was talking bad, man. Man, I was wrong. I'm sorry, ladies, I was wrong.
He said he was wrong.
Hey,
it was mostly about
Yeah.
Man,
say it.
Town business. Town business.
Mostly, I was always going hard on the bro.
Town business.
It was just like that back in the days. It was. I don't know how I end up doing.
Somebody made you mad, bro. One of these bros made you mad.
Maybe so.
It just went bad.
Speaking of raunchy, you used that word raunchy. I got to ask y'all a hip-hop trivia question.
Oh, what?
What state has the raunchiest rappers, that's known for the raunchiest rappers?
Overall or right now?
Overall, period.
Florida, Miami. Yes. Luke, Uncle Luke. You cannot beat Uncle Luke. If you, you couldn't beat Uncle Luke. You couldn't beat. I don't care what you say. Right now.
They were like the nasty version of NWA.
That's what we want to bring back. That's what the West Coast are. That's what West Coast offense. Me and Twan got a group West Coast offense right now.
Is it just y'all two?
It's just us in the West Coast, and it's just us. It's just us. But it's still a, it's a conglomerate. He still got Rolling Hard Posse with Dame Diggy, and Remy, and like I said, the Cypress boys over there, and then I got my the people I come with, like my conglomerate too. So
it's circle big.
It's certain,
man.
Yeah, it's
circle big. It's
circle
just,
big.
We just me and Reem trying to get it right. Launch it the best way we can and get so then everybody can come in a little more comfortable.
Yeah.
Has the pandemic slowed y'all down?
I don't, as far as being out and doing shows and stuff like that, and really just being out in the public eye, yeah. But as far as music wise, nah, it's still the same grind. As far as
me myself, I was kind of I've been in the house way before the pandemic.
Yeah,
like I've been taking care of my mom's for like 20 years, bro.
Yeah.
My mom's paralyzed. I've been taking care of her for like 20 years, bro.
Okay,
so that's another reason why there were no music. You know what I mean? from 20 years back, like my second album. After my second album, that was basically it for till now. You know what I mean?
What was your second album called?
It was called Put It Down. You know what I mean? I had Quinn on there. I had Seagram on there. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I had I had Saphir on there.
Shout out to Saphir.
Yes, sir.
The Saucy No Man.
Shafella.
Man, that's my brother, man.
Shafella.
And it was it was a good album. We didn't push it. We didn't push it too hard. I don't know why we didn't, but
what would you say the difference between the first album and the second album was?
Well, the second album it wasn't as crazy as the first album.
Oh, you calm down a little.
I had Biaggi on there. His first.
Shout out to Biaggi.
That was
Rest in
Biaggi's
peace, B.
first verse he ever did was on my album.
Damn.
Oh, Put It Down.
Okay.
Two big niggas. Look it up. You'll see it. But rest in peace, Biaggi, man. That was a terrible loss, man.
Yeah, good guy though.
Ultra talented though, man.
I actually met
crazy.
my first time actually meeting Biaggi was in 2-4. His granddaddy and them used to stay down there. See, that's why I thought I thought Biaggi was from West Oakland.
Yeah,
He was.
See, but you know what I mean. Like I said, like
He was.
when they was like B, I'm like, yeah, Biaggi. Like he ain't from West. I'm like, man, I
He was
damn
big
near
man at first.
I damn near got into a fight with some people behind that shit.
yeah.
He was
That's
from
what's
West
up.
Oakland.
And you know what I would have said if I was him?
What you would have said?
All this fighting over me.
What you would have did? What you would have did? I like that. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with that. I'm fucking with it.
Hey, look, I got to tell y'all something. Want me to tell you where I got that from?
Where?
You know how they say that a baby has a face only a mother could love?
Yeah, for
That
sure.
means the baby is kind of ugly.
Ugly.
So it works like that in reverse. Like the parent cannot look cool, but the baby will always love the parent.
For sure that.
So when my son was 2 years old, I picked him up to talk to him. And he was looking at my neck because I had an ugly mole growing out of it. So he was looking at it. I said, Levi, what are you looking at? He said, what is that? I said, it's a mole. He said, mole? I said, no, Levi, mole with an L, like Lawrence and Levi. He said, I like that. He was you know, he made me feel like I was beautiful no matter, you know, so that's where I got that from.
That's what's up. That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
That's a good
You
story.
you need to just do something, put
You
your
gotta
own
get
twist
you some
on it.
shirts and shit, man.
Yeah, exactly. Do that. If Lil Man had threw that in the universe, you got to take heed to the signs.
Put his baby picture on there.
For sure.
And say, I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, because he grabbed my where I was growing at. He went like this. I like that.
No, for real though, you gotta take heed to what the universe be dropping jewels on us, and we don't take heed to it.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that we actually got to look for the signs, and sometimes we overlook them because we just so caught up in this matrix that we in right now. Everything is about a distraction and stuff like that. And social media is crazy because it made the world smaller, but the person closer to you further away.
For sure.
I mean, you could go on a date with somebody while the food is, she's on, like how are we all watching different things at the same table and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's by design, man.
Yeah.
But like I said,
design.
that's that internet. That's that internet, which that's why I don't do Twitter. Now,
With the internet, done killed a lot of people, man.
I do some Facebook and some Instagram.
Like it
really,
killed a lot of people.
I don't do Twitter. Twitter is instant access to the straight to the source. And you guys like. Twitter is instant access to the source, like to the algorithm source. Like things from Twitter, it's hard to delete stuff off Twitter more so than anything else. Like you can erase things off Instagram, dispose of them, get them all wiped down, but you can't do none of that to Twitter. Yeah. What you post on Twitter is gonna always stay. So be careful about Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can change a little coding here and there, and take some stuff out of here and hide some stuff and do that. But that Twitter. That's instant. Once you print it, that's in stone. So be careful what you do or say on Twitter. Anything Twitter-wise, that little bird and that little bird. Tweet. Yeah, that little bird, man. You got to watch that bird. But
hey, I was going to ask you something. Somebody said that when they do those 10-year challenges, they're really posting pictures for the feds on facial recognition.
We already got facial recognition. They're in street lights now. They're everywhere. They're in your cars. They're in your phone. Yeah. So like all that, you have to change up and really to outmaneuver the so-called matrix. Go to stuff that you don't even care nothing about on your social outlets. Man, the other day I was watching somebody have a spitting contest. They were spitting that like spitballs in a bottle. I don't give a damn about it, but it's just to throw off the algorithm so nobody will know who you truly are but yourself.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to illuminate and show who you really are.
Yeah.
See, like with this music stuff, like I said, I'm cool, man. I like to have fun. I like to smile. I like to laugh. I love ladies. I love weed. I love money. I don't like.
You love money.
I love money.
Okay.
I love money. I do. I love money just as much as I love myself. And they say, why you shouldn't love money? I love everything that, okay, put it like this. Money is access to everything that we need as far as keys to right now that you need as far as living and everything else. Those are your utensils, and money is your utensil for you to survive here on earth, right? But when you leave here on earth, the works that you do with it or the stuff that you've done with it, not saying that you got to spend money, but when you have things that are valuable and you know that's an instrument to help, use that instrument to help. Don't hold back things that you know that can that you know can help somebody. Simple, like a simple shout out. A simple shout out. I put it like this. Like I said, Klaus the #1 killer right now to everything. But a simple shout out from like I said, some of these big heads, big wigs in the industry. A simple shout out can change a whole person's career. It can. Yeah. A simple shout out, and it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing for people to do that, but some don't. And that's the cold part about the music industry up here, as far as Bay Area music.
Okay.
Nobody want to give nobody that shot, and that's crazy. Like I said, I love it. I'm not saying Michael. I would love to be Michael Jordan, but hell, I'll be Scotty too.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'll be Scotty too. I got 6 of them too, but I would love to be Bill though. If I could have been Bill, then hell. Yeah. But at the same time, right? I mean, the number everybody needs. You gotta have a number 2. You gotta have a good number 2 as well as being a number 1. So you guys just gotta know when to be that number 2 and when to be that number 1.
Yeah.
But that's all. That's the only thing that I could say difference with music as far as the Bay Area music now. We all want to be. We didn't lost that structure. We lost the keys to driving a car. We used to be leaders. The town was leaders. Black Panther, Occupy Oakland, all these big things across the board that everybody watch and wait for us to do. We fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
We got people. We sound like everybody else but us.
When do you think that the last year that the town was the town?
That's a good question. I say within the last 10 years, the town didn't change drastically. Like within the last 10 years, the town has but you got to blame gentrification too. So you got to look at how that's changed the dynamics of what's going on too, because a lot of places where we live now is those families not there no more.
That's right.
You hear a lot of newbies who come to the town saying they're gonna change the culture of how things is. Oh man, West Oakland's so nice, man. It's 10 minutes away from the BART station. You have parks on every, so they changing the dynamics of what how we used to spend money, who we use, what I'm saying, how things are done. So it spills over to the music, spills over to jazz, spilled over to a lot of stuff. So it's just different now. The town is like I said, it's no love. It's no love no more. It used to be love. It used to be love. It really did. And that's what people loved about Philly and Oakland. Was so synonymous. It was of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
well, it switches, like it's
but it's different.
Okay, like you got some, like it was at one point it was our time, and then it's like a
changing of the guard. You mean
like it goes to the south, it goes to the east coast,
but
it come back around. It come back around to the west coast.
Yeah, but it
does that. It does.
But it wasn't like it is right now. We call them Oakland people. Oakland people. Police is 5-0. They not 12. They not none of this. We call police either you pig, whatever, fuck you, whatever we called them, but they was 5-0. It wasn't no, all this new.
But that comes with the time.
But not necessarily. Yeah, it do. But everybody, it's not like it is. Town had their own own lingo, our own. You can't tell where nobody from now. We used to go any place. Right. You can go any place. You used to go anywhere on this earth. You could tell it was from the town by the way they talk and the way they dress. Now you go anywhere, you don't know who. Yeah. You don't know who. You don't know where they from.
That's right.
So it's like I said. So
the internet did that.
Internet did a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Internet did a lot of stuff. I wish we'd have had it back then. That's why I said this generation is the luckiest generation and the laziest at the same time. They got all the tools and the utensils to be great, and they don't utilize them. Like, you know, people our age, we struggle to try to keep up what's going on with the computer, the newest things and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like these youngsters got all this knowledge and access to all these things, and they won't apply it the right way. You like, you know, like for real, like let's get it.
They get all that stuff. They get all that stuff so they won't bother the parents. The parents give them all that stuff. Go on, take that and get on.
You know what?
That's the new. That's what I'm talking about. That's the new way of. That's the new age of living. And why is that? Because, boy, you couldn't watch
babies young.
You couldn't watch cable after 10 o'clock, boy, because you know the soft porn coming on. You know what I mean? Like,
watch this. You know what I'm about to say, right?
You are.
We gonna leave that one off. Hey, look, I'm gonna leave that one off.
But I'm saying how everything is.
I like that.
I like that.
You're stupid.
But everything has changed though, and like I said, man, I just hope I'm alive I just hope I'm alive to see the spark of it. I don't want to be here to see the actual change, and it's really developing because, you know, through the life, you know, through my lifespan, you know what I'm saying?
You see it because it's in you.
Yeah, but
that's all that matters.
Yeah, I see things. The way everybody see the world is different, and we all got to coexist with each other to make something complete. But at the same time,
oh, he turned into a politician.
No, you.
Oh, we got Obama.
Congressman Tate. But no, for real though. Back, we're back. But for real though.
Wait, what did he say? We all see the world through each other.
We have to. We got to make it work though, because I can't do it without you. You can't do it without me. But we got to do it that way. Yeah. But it's like we just gotta work together. And like I said, I just wish the town would get back to somewhat of how it used to be. I don't know what can make it change. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like, to be honest with you, it seemed like when they gave them niggas that EDD money, I wasn't hearing about too much of nothing going down. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't hearing about shit going down except more TikTok videos and more niggas with money rolling up.
Can I say it in my white boy country voice?
What's that?
That EDD wasn't nothing but a bunch of niggers like you, MacReem, in love with money.
But the fuck, hey, the crazy part about it, I didn't get none. I didn't get none. I didn't get not a stimulus, not a nothing.
That's like that. That's what started all this violence stuff, man.
What's that? Storming the Capitol?
No, that damn EDD money.
He said started all this. Well, yeah,
EDDs and PPP.
Hey, but it seemed like
the money gone.
It kept it down.
Some people did right with that money, but that's only a grain. That's only a little bit.
Yeah.
But most of the people who got that money, man, they out in the streets doing wild shit now.
Yeah.
Because they can't maintain what they had.
Yeah.
They blew it. Motherfuckers bought Ferraris and all kind of shit with PPP money, man.
Yeah.
And now they got Ferrari with no gas in
it. That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm telling you, they out here robbing motherfuckers driving a Ferrari.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm serious though. That's real shit. That's what made it hella bad. Like people losing their lives over that shit, man.
Yeah.
Like that shit started a whole little thing.
But
man.
It did. But okay, so I mean, like I said, but was crime kind of down? Was it?
It was when the money was coming through,
and that was kind of like the pandemic too. So it just wasn't people on the streets.
Okay.
Now people were still getting popped.
Yeah,
but you know,
not to the extreme like right now.
No, it's
that money gone, right? That money gone.
Yeah,
everybody trying to get them. Everybody.
But see, that goes back to what I was okay.
They starving,
but it goes back to what I'm saying. That's what that's the difference between Old Town and New Town. Old Town, you get broke, you go cut some grass. You gonna go. We used to cut grass, sell newspapers. You know, it was.
But I got the $1 million question though.
Yes, sir.
Why would I cut grass if I just had $10,000-$20,000?
Exactly.
Pride is crazy, ain't it?
That's right.
Pride is crazy.
That's
but if you want some money, see, one thing I learned about a hungry dog.
Yeah.
A hungry dog gonna eat. He gonna eat.
But check it out, Ray.
But at the same time,
these cats ain't trying to work, bro.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay,
everything's a scam. Man.
Hey, so now you have the internet. Like I'm saying, now you got the internet. You got all these things that can teach you doing yourself. They even got books called Books for Dummies where they teach you right to the T on how to do these things. Like it's stuff out there it's out there. It's out there for you to. It's out there. So how is it?
You're right.
But how is so what changed? Where changed the mentality of Oakland hustlers? Oakland was a town of hustlers.
Well, y'all gonna bring that back on the West Coast offense, right?
That's what we doing. We talking about it, and at the same time, it's about put it like this. We having fun on it. We having fun. Town fun.
So before we get out of here, man, tell people where they could find it at and where they could find you at on Instagram.
MacReem Music, MacReem 18, MacReem Music. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, under those title, on all platforms under that title. The West Coast Offense album is on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. It's on all your media outlets. West Coast Offense with the ZEOFFENZE, not the SE. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you feel me? So you can find it there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go to Big Twiz 1000 on Instagram. I don't really give people Facebook because I use my real name.
Okay.
So people that know me they on Facebook. I deal with them on Facebook.
Okay.
But you know, most of my things you can go to Big Twiz 1000 on Instagram. Like Reem said, you know, West Coast Offense. It's out on all outlets. We got the videos on YouTube. You know, you can go check out. We got the one with Shady Nate on YouTube. We got the one with San Quinn on YouTube. Yeah, we got some nice stuff coming out too. We got some more stuff we working on right now. You know, we putting together.
Okay.
Yeah, we got the starting five. You know what I'm saying, with me, myself, Reem, Dirty Don, Lil Marvelous and Marvelous.
Okay.
So we got that starting five coming out. It's coming out soon. And you know, it's a starting five, so we got a starting 5 songs.
Okay.
And it's only 5 songs.
Okay.
So it's that's coming out soon. You know, we got some videos from that coming out soon.
Working on Twan.
Working on my.
We got Volume 2, West Coast Offense Volume 2 and 3 coming out. We got Twan coming out next. Big Twan's coming out. The Volume 2, the Big Twan story.
And then the MacReem's coming out.
Then after that,
that's Volume 3.
MacReem Chronicles. Yeah. So
okay. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got the Rolling Hard coming.
Yes,
know?
sir.
Me and Diggy Dang, we're gonna drop something. You know, it's gonna be a nice little EP.
Okay.
You know, we got Jay Stalin on there. We got a lot of cats from the hood on there. So.
Yeah.
Dope. So when y'all put that out, man, make sure that y'all double back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Also, sure. we got the movies coming out too. We got a movie coming out. We working on in the process right now as we you know was doing. It's called The Hate Is Real. Like I said, it has Twan, me, Lil Marvelous, Dirty Don. Like pretty much starting 5 up in there. So we got that going on. I'm actually shooting a movie with Pharaoh Films. Called Probation Period, and I was in the movie Vampire in Oakland, also as well as the series with Hooker Boy.
Yeah,
Evol.
Shout out to Hooker Boy.
Shout out to Hooker Boy for Evol, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and everybody out there, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. And it's always fun coming up in here, chill with L-Deez, man. I don't know why this dude ain't on nobody at Tommy T's on somebody's stage somewhere, man. My dude is funny, man. So my dude funny, man. So
shout out to the West.
Shout
man.
out
West
to the West.
We in the building, man. We everybody in the West, man. Keep your head up, man. We still here. As long as we still here, we can still push, man. And
yes,
I expect some unity out of all of us and come together and give a nice united front for the West, man.
That's what's up. Shout out to West. Shout out to the East too. Oh, shout out to town business.
I mean,
shout out everywhere. Start,
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, yeah. Oh yeah, thinking about that. You know what?
What's that?
It's me and every West Oakland anthem that's been out. It's me and I think Ra Ra and what other artists. We the only ones that been on, like, I know me and Ra Ra for sure have been on all of them. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like we here to make things, the unity. We here, you know, it's people here, and rest in peace T-Mail, Bub, and everybody that was on, you know, in on it, Onions and all them, you know, everybody that was in on it. We just got to get West Oakland. We got to start at home first. So we start with West Oakland, getting that, and just trying to build the unity there and put together some stuff and see where we can come together and make something real big happen, because that's what time it is right now, man. Like I said, I know our grandmamas and great grandmamas and grandfathers and people who was here before us who really knew what it was to be structured in Oakland and really had Oakland pride. I know they probably turning their graves right now, and that's the biggest part that bothered me. So that's why I'm gonna use my music voice to try to make, that's gonna be the change that I can bring, my contribution to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's all I want to say about it, man.
For sure. Well, thanks for coming out.
Yes, indeed. Sure.
And I'm L-Deez for another episode of I Need to Know. And as usual, come on, you know what I want.